Hello everybody and welcome back to the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium for today's final JV matchup of the in-between season with the incoming Nokomis Warriors and your Gardiner Tigers. We're getting started real quick. We got about 36 seconds left on the clock. We're just, coaches are talking to their players. And Nokomis come in here a little bit late again, but not much we can get about that. You know, we're not sure about traffic or anything like that, but we want to welcome you.
I'm Evan Grady, joined here by Chris Wheeler. We have Calvin Mason running our camera, and Rob Munzing on our production.
We want to thank Casper down below us running our PTZ camera today. We're trying out something new. Going with a wireless setup down on the floor so we can get in serves and into huddles as well as that. Try out something new, see what we can get in the next coming seasons.
Indeed, and we'll get right rolling into this first set here momentarily.
See the Warriors coming out. We'll get another about, minute and a half, 2 minutes as Rob Messier will get the starters here.
All right, for our starters for today's matchup on the Gardiner side, we have Alana Layton, Yana Montel, Jade Williams, Grace Plord. Can't see. We have.
So we got Yana, Alana, Jade, Grace, Ashlyn Harrington, and Lily Belanger.
Couldn't quite see him there.
There you go. You can take that pen real quick and write those down real quick.
And on the Nokomis side, we have number 10, Sierra Bagley. We have number 7, Cadence Batchelder. Number 3, Rachel Creswell. Number 1, Addison Hall. Number 13, Tiana Curry. And number 12, Julie Vance. On that first set, Gardner will take the point. Now leading 1-0.
Yeah, and that was on a miscommunication down here on the
Layton
the
with
front
the serve
line.
center. Vance over the net. Up by Plord, and Juliana Montel, the libero, will put it over and out on this near side line. 1-1, both teams now fighting at the start of this set. Sierra Bagley now will serve for Nokomis. I'm not sure if we have our scorecard up there.
Get that scoreboard up real quick. Like we said, Rob Munzing's doing a couple of double duties today. We're trying out that new wireless camera. So if we forget something, we will get it up as soon as possible.
Gardner will take the second point on this set, 2-1. And there you see our scoreboard is up and accurate. Bukowski with the serve for Gardner, went into the net on the far right side. Vance now will serve for the Warriors. Ball crosses net shallow, off Plord and Boardman. Ball went it up back on the back line there. The point's going to roll towards Nokomis. Vance again on the serve. Ball clearing net. Up by Boardman and Montel over. Creswell up and off the I-beam there. Ended up coming back down onto the Nokomis side. And if you are new to us, we will welcome all our Nokomis fans. We're happy to bring you the game here on Munzing Media. If you're new to us, we have a little bit of a low-rise ceiling here. There's vents, speakers, a divider in the center, and some I-beams running through. If the ball comes off any of those and comes down inbounds, it is still in play. So you can create some odd plays where that ball rolls. Wheaton now on the serve for Nokomis. Up by Bukowski and Montel. And there appeared to be a miscommunication there between Frith and Williams. Ball came down between them on the Gardiner side, and the ball will roll back to Nokomis. Wheaton again on the serve. One hit over by Montel from Blakowski. And the ball will be in. A little bit of miscommunication on the Nokomis side. You could hear a few of their players calling out, out, out. Ended up being just inside that white line.
And we got Daisy McNeil and your sister Emily Grady down on the line judges today.
Grace Plord with the serve. Ends up out on the back line there on the Nokomis side. 6-4, Nokomis in the lead by 2. Rachel Creswell on the serve for Nokomis. Goes deep back and crosses Gardiner's back line.
Have Yana Montel and Lily Belanger back on the floor. Yeah, we'll take a look at that really crisp looking serve camera there.
Ball ended up going center there.
And catapulting off the net.
Courtney Wheaton ended up going for that dig and ended up sending it right into the net, came down. Quite the actual power hit, though. You got to give credit there. Wheaton again ended up outside. Gardiner now in the lead by 1.
You know, I surely don't know what it is with referees and getting hit with the balls here, but there's got to be like a referee curse or something here.
Seems to track them. Ball out and back off Nokomis. Gardiner will serve yet again. Yana Montel will serve. Putting the ball center. With an ace for Montel.
Take a look at that replay if we can get it.
Nokomis on this timeout. Potentially trying to freeze Yana Montel, but it is very early on. Gardiner leading by 3. We'll stay right with it. Quite the game so far. Both teams keeping it neck and neck for the most part. Gardiner now just barely clawing out a lead. Up only by 3 points, nearly halfway through this first set.
Yeah, I mean, back on the last week, they had a game up at Nokomis. Gardiner was at Nokomis, and I hear it was a really tight game.
It was indeed. Back in play, Yana Montel will serve for Gardiner. Ball high and centered. Off Wheaton and Hall. Put over by Creswell. And contested at the net there.
And then
by
it was
Gardiner.
at us.
Ball will roll back to the Gardiner side. Montel now on a run. Nokomis only trailing by 4. Off Curry. And out on this near side line. The ball will roll to the Gardiner side, as well as the point.
Yeah, that was a good call by Juliana. She saw that it was going out, told everybody back off.
Another ace by Montel. Montel again with the serve. Montel putting the ball back and deep. Rachel Creswell went for the hit there. It may have actually gone past that back line if she had let it go by. Gardiner now halfway through this set. Off Wheaton into the net. Ball will roll back towards Gardiner. Montel on a run of near 10, I believe. It might be 8 here. Off Wheaton. And Bagley. Put over by Batchelder. Williams put over the net. And Vance again into the net. Double hit call there on Nokomis, and the ball will roll towards the Gardiner side.
And two very good hits from the front hitter, Jade Williams. She's gotten two good hits down right down below the net there.
Montel with another ace. Nokomis trailing by 10 in this first set. Definitely needing a run to keep themselves alive here. And this could be the start that they needed. Addison Hall now serving for Nokomis. Ball over, Belanger. Up by Plord, and Williams into the net. On the Gardiner side, the ball will roll back to the Warriors. Hall again on the serve. Ball clears net. Over by Plord. Bagley and Vance, I believe. Ball went off that left side. You can hear verbally saying, "What was that?" Definitely could tell that they knew that one wasn't going where they wanted it.
Yeah, and as we've said all season, quote-unquote season, that backwards...
That hit over the back of the head is not easy.
Yeah,
Montel with the serve ended up being inside that line, as
ace.
signified by our line judge, Emily Grady, down on this near side. Gardiner still holding the 10-point lead. Up by Vance and Bagley over the net. Batchelder over and out. Gardiner will take this point. 19-8. Looks like Alexis Grignan is now coming in for Cadence Batchelder on the Nokomis side of the ledger. Montel again with the serve. And out on the backside for Nokomis. Ball will roll to the Warriors. Grignan now serving for them.
We want to welcome all of our Nokomis fans watching from up in Newport and the surrounding area. It's like Rob Messier is about to come over to have a conversation with Dennis Kunces.
I'd like to thank all our viewers here watching on Munzing Media, making it very much possible for us to put these games out towards you. Actually, on that note, we have a list of donors, actually. Donors are the ones who are donating towards us, making these games possible.
Having a little bit of technical difficulties behind us. Try and figure those out, and we'll get the donations up probably during the varsity game if we can get that all figured out and everything.
Rob Messier speaking with the Nokomis coach here. A little bit of confusion, not quite sure what's going on. But they seem to have it all figured out, and we will resume play. Juliana Montel with the serve. Deep back, most likely would have been out. Wheaton put it back up and over. Over by Bagley. Montel again with the serve. Ball outside on this near side. Point will roll towards the Warriors. Definitely needing a solid run here to keep themselves in this first set. 20-9, only trailing by 11. Grignan with the serve. Montel and Layton. Belanger went for the hit over the net. Misinterpreted where that ball was going. Dropped down. Point will roll towards Nokomis. Grignan again on the serve. Ball high and centered. No words from anyone on Gardiner there. Dropped down in the very center. Gardiner's court. Grigden now on a run. Ball will drop outside on the far side on Gardiner. Point will roll to them. Layton now on the serve. From Bagley. Over the head from Vance. And out on the Gardiner side. Point will roll towards Nokomis.
It looks like Kylie Boardman is going to come in here for Alana Layton. Take that back hitting spot.
Bagley on the serve. Shallow into that bottom cable. Point will roll towards Gardiner. Blakowski in for Belanger. And Frith in for Yana Montel. Katrina Blakowski on the serve. Ends up shallow below the net. And will roll towards the Nokomis side. Julie Vance on the serve. Up from Frith and put over by Plord. Ball will drop down. Gardiner will take the point. Still holding the 10-point lead, 23-13. Harrington on the serve for Gardiner. Hits the right side of the net and drops down. Point will roll towards the Warriors. Courtney Wheaton now serving for Nokomis. With an absolute heater going back there. And Plord putting the ball over.
That was a crazy chain of events that just went under. She, went back court for the ball to hit it back over this side, and it looked like she was shaking off her ankle a little bit when she got back up.
Set point for Gardiner. Vance over the net. Montel. And Williams over. Off Vance and Creswell. 25-14 on the final score for this first set between the Gardiner Tigers and the Nokomis Warriors. Gardiner 1-0, and we will be right back after a few short messages on Munzing Media.
Feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
At a family's time of loss, making arrangements with those you know and trust can lessen the burden so you may better focus on preparations and services. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care's network of long-established, family-managed firms is here for families like yours, providing experienced and compassionate service throughout Central Maine. They are Lowry Brothers and Wheeler Funeral Homes in Fairfield and Oakland, Knowlton and Hewins and Roberts Funeral Homes, serving Augusta and Winthrop, and Staples Funeral Home for families in Gardiner, Maine. Each staff is experienced at accommodating the unique needs of the families we serve, as well as pre-arranging services for individuals. All of the Family First locations stay true to our traditions and commitment to the communities we've served for decades. Together, we join with you to celebrate lives well lived. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care, where your family is our family.
Cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos.
We have what you need and always with a smile. We have a huge selection of paint, plumbing, electrical, and gardening supplies to help you complete simple projects to major home renovations. We also offer a rental center, factory authorized power equipment repair, and the best tool selection around. So stop in today and let the Randolph Hardware team help make your project a winner. Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
We welcome you back to the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. I'm Evan Grady, joined here by Chris Wheeler, Calvin Mason running our cam, and Rob Munzing running our production. Gardiner so far with one set over Nokomis in this JV matchup here.
So we'll see if Rob can have take down that scoreboard and bring it back up if he can.
Trying to reset this scoreboard here for you. Starting serving for this set is Sierra Bagley for Nokomis. The ball will drop below the net. Gardiner taking the point and the serve. Grace Plord here for the serve for the Tigers. Clearing the net, right side. Off Creswell and out. Point rolling towards the Tigers. Plord again on the serve. Great dig there by Addison Hall. Ended up dropping just shy of Tiana Curry. Plord again on the serve. Over by Vance. Montel putting it over. A little bit of miscommunication there on the Nokomis side. Ball dropping down there. And we'll roll back towards Gardiner. Plord on a run of 4. Ball ended up going high off Hall there and went up actually onto one of the backboards for the basketball hoops. Ended up dropping down into the Nokomis bench.
Yeah, and just to make a note on that, and if you're here in person, you can see it. With Grace Plord's serve, each serve has a lot of top spin on it. So it's going to want to drop down onto the court. So when you hit it up, it's going to go probably 30, 40 feet above than what you want it to because it's already spinning.
Drops down to that unintentional place. Plord's run finally ending here, 6-1. Julie Vance now on the serve. Dig by Boardman and Montel and out. Point will roll towards the Warriors. Nokomis only trailing by 4. Vance on the serve. Ends up centered. Libero, Juliana Montel went for the dig there. Ball dropped down a little bit too shallow, I'd say. Point will roll back towards Nokomis. Vance on the serve, clearing the net. Up by Boardman and Bukowski. Batchelder up and into the net. Caught by Creswell. Still only a 4-point deficit at the moment. Gardiner now serving from Manjana Montel. Dig by Sierra Bagley over the net. Harrington over, up in by Batchelder.
And they use the divider to their advantage on that one.
Indeed they did. The ball dropped back towards them and was hit right over to a gap on the Gardiner side.
Yeah, we'll get our scoreboard up there as soon as we possibly can. Score is 7-4.
Wheaton putting the ball over for an ace. Ball dropped down right in front of Yana Montel. Courtney Wheaton again on the serve for the Warriors. 7-5. Dig by Montel. Over by Blakowski and out. Nokomis only trailing by 1 now. 7-6. Wheaton clearing net. Up by Montel and Plord. Boardman put the ball over. Batchelder over and out on that backside. Ashlyn Harrington now on the serve for Gardiner. Gardiner holding a 2-point lead. Dig by Wheaton. Put over the net by Cadence Batchelder into a gap on the Gardiner side. Nine to 6. Gardiner only leading by 3. Rachel Creswell on the serve for Nokomis. Ball shallow, clears the net off Williams and Montel. And the ball was put up and over there. Ended up going off 2 items on the roof, the divider and an I-beam, and would have came down on the Nokomis side.
So we're calling it 2 hit on the roof.
I think so.
I think that's what that would be. Roof can't do that.
Roof's not allowed. Kylie Boardman on the serve for Gardiner. Clearing net off Creswell. From Montel and Plord. Mikowski put the ball into the net, didn't clear the cables. Dropped down on the Gardiner side. Gardiner only holding a 2-point lead. Nokomis creeping up as this second set moves along here.
See Hubbard come in for Hall.
Sarah Hubbard serving for the first time in today's matchup. Ball high and centered off Montel and Blakowski into the net. Nokomis only trailing by 1. Ball cleared the net. Glance off and had that almost shooter's roll, you could call it. Rolled off into the Gardiner side of the net and dropped down. Blakowski tried to get it up and over. Ball was a little bit too low and went under. All tied up here.
I want to thank Rob Munja for getting that fine work done, getting the scoreboard back up and running. We'll get that updated real quick. More like
11 to 10.
will. There we go.
All tied up for the second time in this second set. Nokomis trying to get this lead here. Cadence Batchelder with the serve. Ball clearing net by Boardman. Set by Plord and tipped over by Montel. Ball dropped in and will go to the Gardiner side. Juliana Montel will serve. And Ashlyn Harrington is now in for Jade Williams on the Gardiner side. Ball out on the backside on the Nokomis end. Ball will roll towards the Warriors. Alexis Grigdon will serve for Nokomis. Hall is back in for Hubbard. Ball ended up off a speaker and then came down on the Gardiner side, but I can't quite say, but I believe off the serve, if it goes off that ceiling, it will count as out. The point will roll towards Gardiner, 13 to 12. Gardiner still holding the lead by 1. And the point will go to the Warriors for a net violation. I believe Harrington just glanced that top cable there. Just enough to make it move, so Dennis Kuntz could see that and call it. Vance putting the ball over the net. Off Montel, Plord or Harrington there. Ball rolling back. 14 to 13, Nokomis taking their first lead in the second set. Vance clearing the net. A little bit of confusion there off Nokomis. 14-14. Neck and neck halfway through this second set. Montel putting the ball over, ended up off the shin of Batchelder. Ball will roll back towards Gardiner, and Yana Montel will serve yet again. Ball clearing. Off Batchelder. And Creswell over. Off Harrington, down. Ball came back quick to the Gardiner side. I don't believe they were quite prepared for it. Montel went to hit it and it dropped down a little bit shallow of that net. Wheaton will serve for the Warriors. Not quite sure what just happened.
Yeah,
All I
looks
know
like,
is called.
Rob Messier is talking to Juliana about where she's going to be positioned on the court.
Nonetheless, a point was given to Nokomis, which was followed by a point going towards Gardiner. So 16-16. Both teams tied up just over halfway through the set.
You get some more tape for that poster down there.
Not sure. Seems to be a little bit of confusion on who's supposed to be serving here, at least on the Gardiner side. Jade Williams coming in for Juliana Montel. Ashton Harrington will serve for Gardiner. Ball clearing net. Off Vance. Put over by Plord. Batchelder covering the entire length of the net there. Amazing defense by Nokomis on that play. Ball dropped down onto the Gardiner side. Now Rachel Creswell will take the serve for the Warriors. 17-16, Warriors leading by 1. Now 2. Amazing dig by Jade Williams there. Creswell on the serve. Clearing and centered. Off Montel and out on this near side. Nokomis ball. Creswell serving once again. Now on a run. Nokomis leading by 3. Up by Montel. Set by Plord. Off the fingertips of Kylie Boardman. The ball rolled down a little bit shallow. Ended up beneath the net. Creswell serving again for Nokomis. Leading by 4. Up by Yana Montel. Kylie Boardman went for the dig there, ended up just into the net. And we're going to get a timeout by Coach Scott McNeil. And we will take a short break. 21-16, Nokomis in the lead. We will be right back on Munzing Media.
When you choose a financial institution to entrust your hard-earned money to, bigger is not necessarily better. Will you be noticed? Will you be heard? At Gardiner Federal Credit Union, our members aren't account numbers, they're our friends and neighbors. Each member has a vote, a voice. What matters to you matters to us. Lending decisions are based not solely on your credit score, but on who you truly are. We work diligently to end hunger. We volunteer in our local schools and throughout the community supporting neighborhood events. We are local people making local decisions, investing in our members and giving back to our communities. Gardiner Federal Credit Union, where your money has a voice.
And welcome back here to the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. We just saw Gardiner Federal Credit Union. They are one of our local sponsors and one of the great credit unions around. Have full stream ahead. I want to thank you to our sponsors and fans for a tremendous winter season. Streamed over 80 games, I think close to over 100 during the winter season, just doing basketball alone. And it was a phenomenal season with the two teams that we did, Halldale girls and Gardiner girls, coming out on top in their classes.
Gardiner with their championship over Lawrence, and Halldale with their championship over Carabec. Both teams winning the Crystal Ball, as we called it, for our COVID Cup series. It's an amazing thing to at least let the girls have a season this year.
Yeah, definitely. And getting this volleyball, this little bit of a volleyball season in is, the girls definitely appreciate it.
Especially
considering they were playing on grass.
Especially after having such a short season in fall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. And they
23
had
to
their
17.
season cut short.
23 to 17. Nokomis in the lead, holding by 6. Hubbard with the serve. Off Montel. And called in. Ball will roll towards Gardiner. Lukowski with the serve. Ends up shallow into the net. Nokomis now at set point, 24 to 18, leading by 6. Cadence Batchelder with the serve. Up by Montel. Into the net. And tapped by Plord. And that play right there will end the second set here between Nokomis and Gardiner. Nokomis taking it 25 to 18. 1 set to 1 set. And this third set will only go to 15, for it is a JV match, and it will determine who the winner of this game is. And other than that, we will be right back after a few short messages from some of our local sponsors here on Munzing Media. I'm Evan Grady, joined here by Chris Wheeler, Calvin Mason running our cam, and Rob Munzing running production. We will be right back after this.
At Gardiner Apothecary, we offer all the medications and services of a modern pharmacy, but with the friendly, personalized service of an independent business. We are your source for all your pharmaceutical needs, offering conventional prescription filling, over-the-counter medications, vitamins, and more. We call our customers by name. We care about you, your health, and meeting all your pharmaceutical and medical supply needs at our locally owned pharmacy. We live here, and we are committed to providing the very best care and customer service to our neighbors. Gardiner Apothecary, the way pharmacy should be.
Gardiner Apothecary! Yay! Got it! Got it!
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardiner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
Coaches and athletes know that teamwork is the key to success. At the Gosline Insurance Group, our team is comprised of knowledgeable, enthusiastic, and dedicated agency personnel who are committed to keeping our clients informed and protected. Featuring 9 agencies throughout the area, the Gosline Insurance Group is the largest locally owned independent agency group in Central Maine. As a trusted choice agent, we are dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person and not as a policy. This commitment means we will work for you and not the insurance company. So call us today and let our team put you on the path to success.
We welcome you back to the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium for today's JV volleyball matchup between the Nokomis Warriors and the Gardiner Tigers. I'm Evan Grady, joined here by Chris Wheeler,
Hello.
Calvin Macing on our game cam, and Rob Menzing running production. Today, we're going to be switching things up a little bit. Our Capsis Pizza Player of the Game is actually going to be our Coaches Award. It's going to be going to one of our coaches here for...
So how that's
I'm not quite sure.
How
Take it
that's going to
away.
work out a little bit is we'll actually give the Capsis Award to the coach, and they can actually choose who they want to have for the Capsis Pizza Player of the Game. Yeah. Somebody like an unsung hero, somebody that does great at practice or anything like that, you know.
Ah, I see.
It doesn't show on the score sheet, but it shows on the court.
It does, indeed.
So we'll give one to Coach McNeil and one to, and I'm having a Coach Grover. I was having a little bit of a brain fart there for a second. I had to take a look back at my paper.
Well, back into this third set of today's JV matchup. Both teams 1-set to 1-set. Grace Plord starting off this third set with a serve. Clears center off Vance and Bagley over and down. The point will roll towards the Nokomis side. Starting off this set 1-0. Bagley now serving for the Warriors. Ball shallow. Point will roll towards the Gardiner side.
Well, actually, I'd say that one bounced over, but
I would say it bounced, indeed.
a little bit of a missed serve there.
Harrington now on the serve for Gardiner. Frith coming in for Blakowski. Ball over and down off Bagley and Batchelder, and put over by Hall. Up by Harrington and Layton. Montel putting the ball over. Vance behind the back, ended up shallow on that far side of the net. Just barely got away from Layton, dropped down. Point will roll towards the Warriors. Julie Vance serving for Nokomis. Ball dropping down. Plord. Chabot putting the ball over. Ball ended up being called in on that play there. Drop down just in front of the back line on the Nokomis side. Point will roll towards the Tigers.
And past them.
Layton on the serve. Ball over from Batchelder and Hall. Put over by Creswell. And called out off the back line on the Gardiner side. Point will go towards the Tigers. And Layton on the serve. Shallow on the net and dropping down center. Vance went for a dig, couldn't quite clear net. And Layton again on the serve. Dropping down from Batchelder. Put over by Plord. From Bagley to Hall, put over the net, and the point will roll towards the Warriors. 4-3. Nokomis only trailing by 1.
It looks like Wheaton's going to come in for Chabot here.
Wheaton on the serve. From Plord, over and out. Ball cleared the back line on the Nokomis side. Point will roll towards the Warriors. 4-4, both teams tied. With an absolute rocket of a serve, ended up dropping right into the face of Grace Plord. She put the ball into the net, nearly missing Jade Williams. Almost friendly fire there. Wheaton clearing net from Montel and Frith, over and into the net. Could not clear the top cable. And now Wheaton will serve. Wheaton on a run of 3. We're going to get 2 hits there from Noelle Frith on that front line.
We'll go with Nevaeh Frith on that one.
I said Noelle, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Noelle ended up being another one of the Gardiner alumni. Warriors leading by 4, 8-4. Just crossing the halfway point of this third and final set. And Wheaton with an ace, keeping this run of 6 alive.
Florida and Harrington giggling back there a little bit.
Off Montel. Over by Creswell. Montel putting the ball up. Set by Frith. Juliana Montel went for the dig there. Couldn't quite make it in time. Now Wheaton with this run of 7. Putting the ball over. Dug by Harrington. And Williams tapping the ball and it having a little bit too much spin, ended up rolling back around. Back to the Gardiner side. Ball danced on top of the net for a moment. 11-4. Wheaton still on her run. Up by Plord and tapped by Williams. Ended up dropping into the net. Scott McNeil attempting to freeze Courtney Wheaton. 12-4.
It's a good time to take a timeout. It's a good time to hear from some local sponsors.
I would say. And after this short break, we'll be right back for this final moments of this third and final set in the JV matchup after this.
At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address your individual situation. We understand the challenges families face today. From managing debt to saving for college to retirement, these personal finance challenges can be overwhelming. Our commitment is to utilize all of our resources to help you pursue your goals. We believe in thinking out of the box, and we are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom in our approach to financial services and preserving wealth. All of our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, and your satisfaction.
And we're back on Munzing Media for today's coverage of Gardiner Girls Volleyball. JV matchup between the Nokomis Warriors and the Gardiner Tigers. In this third set here, 13-4, Nokomis leading by 9. 2 points from the set. Winner of this set will take the match. Plord over the net. Over by Batchelder. From Belanger, up by Frith, and over from Montel. Off Creswell, ball dropping down. Gardiner will take this point. 13-5. Gardiner definitely needing to get a run here to cut into this 8-point lead. Boardman, ball over the net from Creswell. Up by Montel and Frith. Montel putting the ball over. Ball off the net. Few too many Gardiner bodies with no one calling out the play. Nokomis now on set point on this third and final set of this JV matchup. Rachel Creswell on the serve for the Warriors. And Tiana Curry is in for Cadence Batchelder, as well as Maya Gilly is also in. Ball off Ashling Harrington and dropping down into the bleachers on this Gardiner side. Point will go to the Nokomis Warriors, who will take this third and final set in this JV matchup. 2-1. Nokomis will take this game. Gardiner JV. And stick around. We'll stay right here with it, and we'll be giving our Caps' Pizza Player of the Game Award, well, our Coach's Award today, as it would be.
Yep.
Over to Scott McNeil on the Gardiner side.
It's totally up to him on who he wants to choose. And we will let you guys know for the varsity game.
Indeed.
So, with that being said, we've got 30 minutes on the clock. It is 4:22. Next game starts at 5 o'clock. My name is Chris Wheeler, running color analyst, and Evan Grady running play-by-play. We'll catch you here for senior night in a little bit. Be right back after this.
Hello and welcome to Munzing Media here at the John Abergoli Memorial Gymnasium for today's Gardiner Varsity Girls Volleyball matchup between the Gardiner Tigers and the Nokomis Warriors. I'm Evan Grady, joined here by Chris Wheeler, Calvin Mason running our game cam, Rob Munzing running our production for today's senior night matchup. Today is going to be our last game for this volleyball season, this in-between season as we've been calling it. It's this early spring season. The last match was against Nokomis away. Gardiner beating Nokomis 3-1. Should be an interesting matchup today. See how Nokomis came ready to play. Nokomis taking the first match today on the JV set. Should be an amazing game. We have Coach Tiffany Grover mic'd up and ready to go for today's senior night activities. Not quite sure when they're going to be getting those started. We'll be recognizing the 3 seniors on the Gardiner side. As always, we welcome all our fans, whether they be from Gardiner or Nokomis, all the way from Newport, is it not?
Yep.
Glad to bring you any sports we can. Today's volleyball matchup is no exception.
Yeah, and that doesn't include Gardiner and Nokomis. I mean, we've got viewers all over the world watching from, I'm sure Lizzie's grandparents will be watching this tomorrow on replay, over across the pond, as you like to say.
Indeed.
And we got fans, inside the United States. We got fans over in Australia from our time down at CMCC with the Australian clan down there. It's crazy to see how far Munzing Media has come along. Rob Munzing's brought this company way, way past everybody else.
Indeed. It's a different kind of atmosphere at Munzing Media. And we're going to be bringing this right down to Tiffany Grover for tonight's senior night activities. I believe we're going to be getting started here very much momentarily.
Through the tunnel, and then you're going to get your flag.
Get some, just a second. She's getting the girls ready for the senior night, and here we go.
Okay, ready? Good evening, and thank you for joining us here tonight for our final match of the season. We have 3 seniors we would like to recognize tonight, but first I would like to say a few quick words. This senior class has been through a journey that no other volleyball player has gone through during a volleyball season. Though they were sad to see their normal season canceled in the fall, they kept their spirits high and remained hopeful to step back on their court one last time this spring. They have faced adversity among many challenges, and they have adapted and overcome each of them. I am so thankful we were able to have this gap season for all of our athletes, but mostly for this senior class. Gardiner Volleyball is so proud of you, and we will miss you. The first senior we would like to recognize tonight is Cassie Bertolini. Cassie has played volleyball for 3 years. After high school, she plans to attend Salem State University to major in social work. Cassie is here tonight with her parents and siblings.
The family picture in there.
The next senior we would like to recognize is Alyssa Frith. Alyssa has played volleyball all 4 years of high school. After high school, she plans to attend UMA to study for her bachelor's degree in nursing. Alyssa is here tonight with her parents, grandparents, and siblings. volleyball all 4 years. After high school, she plans to study for her bachelor's degree in biology at UMA and then go to veterinary school. Rihanna is here tonight with her parents and brother. I'm done. No.
You hear that little bit of side commentary from Coach Grover there. You know, three seniors, Cassie Bertolini, Melissa Frith, and Rihanna Heath.
Indeed, all three are power players, all of them playing for at least 3 years, and 2 playing for 4. Gardiner not going to have to do too much rebuilding next year.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Thankfully,
definitely a
only
young team.
3 senior loss, but nonetheless, it is 3 of their power players.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Tiffany Grover, if I'm not mistaken, this is her first year coaching at Gardiner, second year coaching at Gardiner. And, you know, she's got a team forming here.
Indeed, she has quite this young group that is forming into something very powerful. It's going to be great to watch them over the next few years here.
Yeah, we'll get them starting lineups here for you. Starting off with the visiting Nokomis, we have number 1, Mia Gilly. Number 2, Paula Dauphinais. Number 10, Abby Brown. Number 18, Ali Grozick. Number 19, Melissa Walker. And we'll have, for the starters for Gardiner, we'll have Cassie Bertolini, Emily Folsom, Alyssa Frith, Lizzie Gruber, Rihanna Heath, and Daisy McNeil.
Should be a very, very intense first set. Both teams wanting this win. Gardiner coming off their fresh win at Nokomis, and Nokomis definitely wanting to come back and say, no, we're here to play.
Yeah.
We'll reset our scoreboard here for everybody.
There we go. Just a quick little thing real quick. We got Dennis Kunsey down on the floor. We got Rob Messier up here on the ladder.
We've seen Dennis Kuntz is here quite a few of the matches.
Yeah, he definitely has been.
All right, to start this, Abby Brown starting off this set for Nokomis. Over by Folsom. Brown up. Now throws it and down.
What a block from Gruber there.
Amazing block from Gruber.
And I was talking to Lizzie before the game. She actually just, right before the JV, halfway through the JV game, she was getting done with lacrosse practice. She's all warmed up. She's ready to go, she said.
Ball off Frith, and McNeil tapped over by Gruber into a gap on this near side of the Nokomis line.
Take a replay real quick. Take a look real quick here. You see that. Lizzie gets up, does not let that ball pass.
Our CB benefits replays there.
Trying a different camera shot. Yeah, like we said, if you're watching the JV game, we're trying a new PTZ camera. It's an unmanned camera down on the floor.
Folsom with the serve for Gardiner. And out across the back line on the Nokomis side. Nokomis will take this point, their first of the set. 3-1. Gardiner only leading by 2. Nancy Dauphinais on the serve. Up by Frith. Set by McNeil. Tapped over by Gruber into another gap.
Yeah, Lizzie's on a run for 3 here. Without serving.
Without serving, indeed. Grady coming in for Frith. McNeil on the serve for Gardiner. Ball short into the center net, dropping down on the Gardiner side. Nokomis will take the point, and Ali Grozick will take the serve for the Warriors. 4-2. Gardiner leading by 2. Serve ended up into the net, dropping down on the Nokomis side, and Gardiner will take the point. Lizzie Gruber will serve for Gardiner. see what type of serve she plays today, whether it's the spin and slap or the jump serve, as we've seen before from her. Up by Brown and over. McNeil putting the ball up. In the gap there on the Gardiner side between Montel and Gruber. Ball came down. Nokomis will take the point.
And we want to welcome all of our Nokomis fans watching up in Newport.
Walker on the serve. Up by Gruber and over by McNeil. From Walker to Brown and over by Dauphinais. Ball down on the Nokomis side. Gardiner will take the point.
I want to give a quick shout out real quick to Miss Creamer. She's in house tonight. She's not watching from her laptop. She's here. I haven't seen her yet. I saw her come in, but I haven't seen her down here on the floor. And I just want to give her a quick shout out. She got to finally get to a volleyball game before the season ended. She's I want to say
one of our. She could be considered our #1 fan here for Gardiner. Andrea Creamer is a very big proponent for all the sports here at Gardiner. She tries to make her face known and at least there for as many sports as she can.
Yeah, she definitely made it clear the other night when we made our little comment about being the mascot. She wants to be the mascot now. So we'll see how that one goes out.
Paula Dauphinais with the serve. Up by Folsom and over by Montel. Dauphinais to Brown and over by the other Dauphinais. Grady now on the serve for Gardiner. With a powerful serve, and it made it in on the very edge of that back line in the Nokomis side. Ball was called in by one of our line judges, Matt Colvin.
Yeah, and if you didn't hear the news last week, Matt Colvin will be retiring after the end of this year.
Great teacher here at Gardiner. Grady with an ace for Gardiner. 9-4, leading by 5. Sophomore Emily Grady again on the serve. Off Dauphinais and the backboard. Great effort there by Grozick and Guiley. They tried to put that ball over, ended up into the net and down. Grady now on a run.
Got a really squeaky chair today.
Off Walker and Gilly. Up by Grady, set by McNeil. Emily Folsom putting an absolute sniper shot in that back corner.
Jump down there into the huddle and with Tiffany Grover, have Calvin zoom in on Gardiner.
You did? Good job, girls. Okay, let's keep this lead. Okay, let's get it going. Here we go.
Short, brief, but powerful words there by Tiffany Grover.
I think they're all excited about their dance moves after the ace on that one.
Indeed. Gotta have something to hype you up.
And you can actually see them right now. They're trying to figure out something to do for the next ace.
11-4. Nokomis only trailing by 7 at the moment.
You know, I'll tell you one thing, Evan. This is pretty funny. Calvin was just on them. If we weren't here in gym, I don't even know what they're seeing at home without us giving a little bit of commentary behind what's going on.
Emily Grady again on the serve. Ball over from Dauphinais and Gilly. Brown putting the ball over. Dug by Heath and out on the far side on the Nokomis end. Ball will roll towards the Warriors for the point. Mia Gilly will serve. Cutting the lead down 1 point. Only trailing by 6 now. Ball centered, dug by Heath and put over by McNeil. Well, they're going to call her for the double hit there, putting the ball over. Gilly again will serve. Ball centered. Off Frith and over the back by Gruber, as well as Folsom. Dauphinais. And Gilly put over by Grozick. Set by Brown and over by Grozick. Dug by Frith. Grozick putting the ball over on that left side past the Gardiner defense. Point's going to roll towards the Warriors. Great effort by both teams in that volley there alone. Mia Gilly again on the serve. Ball's going to be out on the far line for Gardiner. Gardiner taking the point here. Yana Montel now will serve. 12-7. Gardiner only leading by 5. Ball centered. Off both the Dauphinaises. And blocked by Gruber.
Let's see if we get a replay on that one. Yeah, we'll take a look at that replay in the next break in action.
Montel clearing net from Gilly and Dauphinais. A little bit of confusion there between Gilly and the other Dauphinais sister. Ball dropping down between them.
Yeah, you can see Nancy over to, let's see, Courtney Wheaton on that one. You know, she come up in front and, you know, Lizzie's still got a little bit of height over her, but, you know, she got more height on that one, and it tested Lizzie to get up higher. You know, Lizzie was up above that, you know, about chest level or so. And, you know, you don't normally see that because it's normally just arms up and you're good.
Brown over the net. Great attempt there by all 3 of the seniors for the Gardiner side. Ball traveled a little bit further than intended. Nokomis will take the serve yet again. Just clearing about halfway through. Ball inside on this near line for the Gardiner side. Point will roll back to the Warriors. 14-10. Only trailing by 4, roughly halfway through this first set. Abby Brown will serve. Ball over, off Bertolini and Heath. And put over from Gruber. Off Walker. Set by McNeil and put over by Gruber. Tapped off Ali Grozick there and dropped down in the Nokomis side.
Yeah,
Point's going to roll towards Gardiner.
Yeah, that was a good misdirection by Lizzie there. I mean, she was a little bit off balance on that hit, but, you know, she still got the job done.
Folsom now on the serve for Gardiner, putting the ball over. Brown attempting to clear net, and Gruber again stopping that ball from that near side. Amazing play by Gruber there on her 3rd block of the day. Folsom skimming the net. Walker putting it over. Dug by Folsom. Set by McNeil, and Gruber tapping the ball over. And another point will drop the Gardiner way. 17-10. Gardiner leading by 7. Emily Folsom. With an ace.
Is it just me, or did Folsom change up her serve?
She may have.
It's looking more like a beach volleyball serve than it is the normal serve here. It's a really straight line shot too.
A lot of power. Ball ended up dropping out on that back line on the Nokomis side.
You get the point from the beginning.
Nokomis will take this point here. Nancy Dauphinais on the serve. Ball up by Folsom, set by McNeil, and over by Gruber. Folsom and set again by McNeil, but not quite enough to clear the net there for a second hit.
Yeah, that was a nice save by Mia Gilly from Lizzie's spike across to, you know, she got that just on the tip of her knuckles.
Dauphinais again on the serve. Up and rolled out the wrong way on Frith. Dropped out the back line on the Gardiner side, and the point's going to roll back to the Warriors. Nancy Dauphinais now on a run. Cutting the lead down to 5. Set by McNeil and put over by Gruber. And ouch. Past the back line, signified by our line judge, Matt Colvin. Point will roll towards Nokomis. 18-14. Nokomis still trailing by 4. Set by McNeil and put in by Gruber. And a block by Ali Grozic. Great play there by Nokomis. Putting the ball back down, serving some of Gruber, some of her own medicine, it seemed.
Yeah.
Set by Gruber and put over by Heath. Dauphinais and Walker. By Folsom, or Frith, excuse me. Heath setting the ball back over from Grozic, and Walker over. Frith to McNeil over the net. Dauphinais to the other Dauphinais, back over. Great effort there by both sides. Ball didn't quite have enough to make it back up over the net, but Gruber was there nonetheless on the Gardiner side. We'll take a quick replay here. Look at that Nokomis point. Might have just missed it. We'll get that back up in a moment. Folsom, set by McNeil. And Gruber over, off Dauphinais and Walker. From Folsom and McNeil yet again. And Gruber into the top cable, drop back. We'll call them for the 4 hits. Gruber taking that last hit. Wheaton is now in for Grozic on the Nokomis side. Courtney Wheaton now serving for the Warriors. Ball centered, Folsom and McNeil. And we're going to get a double hit on McNeil there. Point's going to roll back towards the Warriors. Wheaton will serve again. Cutting the lead down to 2 points. Gardiner only in the lead by 19-17. Heath putting the ball over. A block there by Gilly. Gruber and Grady. Off Brown and Walker. We're going to get called a double hit on Walker there. Point's going to roll back to Gardiner. 20-17. Gardiner leading by 3. Yana Montel now in for Cassie Bertolini on the Gardiner side. Lizzie Gruber serving for Gardiner. With a skimmer across the top of the net, Nia Gilly ended up going under the net and making contact with it. The net violation is going to cost them the point. And Gruber will serve again. 21-17. Gardiner leading by 4. Ball over. Walker and Dauphinais with a dig. And the other Dauphinais into the net, dropping down on the Nokomis side. Point's going to roll towards Gardiner. Gruber now on a run of 3. Serve clears net. Dauphinais and Wheaton. Brown putting the ball over. Set by McNeil, put over by Heath. Dauphinais up. Dug by the other Dauphinais and put over by Wheaton. Single hit cleared by McNeil. Set by McNeil once again. Walker putting the ball over. Heath and Montel combating. Brown putting the ball deep back off Lizzie Gruber. Ball went a little bit higher than expected. Might have been just out of her reach there. Ball ended up going up and hitting that backboard where we can actually see another volleyball from another incident earlier today. Walker clearing net. Folsom back over and out past the back line on the Nokomis side. 22-19, Nokomis only trailing by 3. Coming towards the end of this set. Walker clearing net. Put up by McNeil and over by Grady. Dauphinais to Brown. Gilly over the net. McNeil and Heath going over. Off Whedon and down. And a kill for Rihanna Heath.
Take a look real quick. Take a look real quick right here at the crowd. We got a little bit of spectators in here. We're only allowed about, what, is it 50% capacity?
50% capacity indoors.
We got parents, we got friends of parents, and we got Aunt Creamer.
Ball off Dauphinais and dropping down.
It looks like we're on set point now.
Set point for Gardiner, 24-19. Rihanna Heath, the senior, serving. Ball over off Dauphinais and Brown.
She's sitting right
Gilly putting the ball over. Off Grady and down. With the kill to end the set. 25-19. Gardiner will take this first set 1-0. Great effort by both teams here in this first set. 25-19. Both teams battling out. The Warriors came for war, I'd say. The Tigers came to claw their way through it. But after this, we'll take a quick look at this replay here. A set by McNeil. And Grady coming over through a gap between two Nokomis players into that back right corner. Great placement by the ball there. Other than that,
you can see the 3 signs. We have 3 or 4 signs we get up there. You can see them. They'll be falling over every once in a while because the tape's letting loose because it is pretty hot in the gym.
Indeed. So here we have it, 1-0. Gardiner with the lead, 25-19. And we will be right back after a few short messages from our local sponsors on Munsing Media.
Feel like cooking dinner? Call Caps's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Caps's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsuspizza.com.
At Randolph Hardware, our game plan is simple. We offer way more than just hardware, but it all starts with a promise. We have what you need and always with a smile. We have a huge selection of paint, plumbing, electrical, and gardening supplies to help you complete simple projects to major home renovations. We also offer a rental center, factory authorized power equipment repair, and the best tool selection around. So stop in today and let the Randolph Hardware team help make your project a winner.
Don't feel like cooking dinner?
At a family's time of loss, making arrangements with those you know and trust can lessen the burden.
At Randolph Hardware, our game plan is simple. We offer way more than just hardware, but it all starts with a promise. We have what you need and always with a smile. We have a huge selection of paint, plumbing, electrical, and gardening supplies to help you complete simple projects to major home renovations. We also offer a rental center, factory authorized power equipment repair, and the best tool selection around. So stop in today and let the Randolph Hardware team help make your project a winner.
We welcome you back to the John Abergoli Memorial Gymnasium. Just heard from a couple of our local sponsors, Randolph Hardware and Caps's Pizza. Caps's Pizza has been sponsoring our Caps's Pizza Player of the Game. The Player of the Game is getting a medium, 1-topping, 10-inch pizza for absolutely free over at Caps's Pizza on Main Ave in Farmingdale. Big thank you to them. Today we're doing a Coaches Award. We're going to be giving the award to a coach, and they will be deciding who amongst their players is going to be getting it from their own decision, rather than ours up here in the booth. Currently, Gardiner leading by 4.
Randolph Hardware, our game plan is simple. We offer way more than just hardware, but it all starts with a promise. We have what you need.
Ball cutting deep back and down. Folsom clearing net and down once again with another ace. Folsom on a run of 5 here in the second set, starting off strong.
Might have missed the first 2 serves there. We were came back a little bit early. Just want to apologize real quick on that.
Yeah.
And they came back a little bit early, so we had to run the rest of the ad, or
full ad or no ad.
Yeah, exactly. Either that, you replay it again.
Folsom continuing the run. Now 7-0. Looks like we're having a little bit of discussion here from the referees. Ball cleared net, up by Walker and over by Brown. McNeil tapping over and in. Ball down on the Nokomis side, slid under the net. Point will roll back to Gardiner. Thank you to our 2 referees today, Rob Messier and Dennis Kunzes. Messier is in our ladder stand, and Kunzes is over by our scorers table. Another point there is going to roll towards the Gardiner side, and we're going to get a timeout from Nokomis, attempting to freeze Emily Folsom here.
I want to say hi to Lisa Palmer, one of our officials down there. She just got her close-up from the PTZ unmanned camera. I wouldn't say it was wireless, it's unmanned.
Yeah, there are a few wires on that thing today, I'd say.
Trying out something new. Hopefully we'll have that run up and running for the next coming seasons, hopefully for football on the new turf. Soccer on the new turf. We won't have lacrosse on the new turf, not yet, not until next spring. But they're doing some great work down there on the turf project.
If you need to find any information or would like to ask any questions, you can check it out on the Gardiner High School Facebook page, or the Gardiner High School page, I'm sorry. And if you have any questions, feel free to email Nate Stubbert. He's our athletic director here at the high school. Folsom on this 10th point of the run. Walker and set by Frith and tapped over by Gruber. From Dauphinais and out. Gardiner holding on to the ball. Nokomis definitely needing to put a stop here. Off Gilly and Brown there. Great effort by Brown trying to get that ball up and back to one of her teammates. Emily Folsom again on the serve. And back. A little too far off past that back line. Point will roll towards Nokomis. Warriors now got to get themselves into this fight. Abby Brown serving. Up, off Bertolini. And McNeil. Gruber with the third hit went into the net, realizing there was no way to get it over without putting a fourth hit on it. She kind of just let that one die down. Brown again on the serve. Off Bertolini with quite some speed, almost taking out two of those balloons and Coach McNeil while it was at it. (11 to 3). Nokomis only trailing by 8. And a battle there on the net between Grozick and Gruber. McNeil getting called for the double hit there. Point's going to roll towards the Warrior side. Brown again will serve for Nokomis. Nokomis slowly trimming this lead down. And the ball bounces net there. Will roll back towards Gardiner. Emily Grady coming in for Alyssa Frith. Stacy McNeil will serve for the Tigers. Ball clears net. And a dig there by Aaron Bean. Didn't quite make to it in time. Ball will roll back towards the Tiger side. McNeil will serve once again. Ball up and over off Walker and Brown. Put over by Grosick. Grady sets and Gruber over the net. Bean and Grosick. Over by Gruber. Set by Brown.
Yeah, I'm pretty
and
sure.
Put over by Grosick.
Gruber just got away with a 2-hit call on that one.
She may have. I couldn't quite tell you. I didn't see. Off Gilly and down underneath the net. The ball will roll towards Gardiner for another point. 14-4. Gardiner roughly halfway through this second set here. Leading Nokomis by 10. Bertolini, and set by McNeil. Over by Gruber. Ball put over by Brown. Set again by McNeil and blocked by Grosick. Not quite enough to keep the ball back towards Gardiner. Ended up coming off Dauphinais and rolling down.
Another great kill by Lizzie there.
McNeil again on the serve. Ball clearing net. Off Walker. And out on this near side. Gardiner taking another point, 16-4. Currently leading by 12. McNeil. Off Grosick, and point will come down on the Gardiner side, rolling back towards Nokomis. Nokomis now serving. Nancy Dauphinais will serve for the Warriors, 16-5, only trailing by 11. Up by Folsom and McNeil, over by Gruber. Dauphinais and Brown, and then put over by Grosick. Set by McNeil and put over by Heath. The misdirection there by Nancy Dauphinais, putting the ball out a little bit past her teammates. The ball's going to roll back towards Gardiner. Lizzie Gruber now on the serve.
She was way deep back there.
Yana Montel now in for Cassie Bertolini. Ball centered and over. Gillian Brown and put over by Walker. Set by McNeil and put into the net by Heath. Down on the Gardiner side, the Warriors will take a point. Replay on this last Gardiner point. Was put over the net by Heath there. And you can see Brown really trying to get out for that ball in that corner. It's a little bit out of reach. Wheaton with the serve. Clearing net. Set by McNeil and put over by Grady. Dug by Brown. Put over by Gilly. Brown and Walker. Gilly setting it over. Off Gruber and down on the Gardiner side. Point is going to roll towards the Warriors. 17-7. Warriors down by 10 at the moment. Definitely room to come back, though. Ball out on the back line of the Gardiner side. Gardiner taking the point. Senior, number 3, Rihanna Heath, now serving for Gardiner. Ball over the net. Off Dauphinais and Brown. Walker clearing. And out on the far side line. Heath will serve again. Ball clearing net. Up by Walker and set by Dauphinais. Brown putting the ball over. Folsom putting the ball over. A little bit out of reach of any of her teammates. Oh, and not quite clearing between the two antennas. Walker now will serve for Nokomis. Brown and Gilly over the net. And in. The point will roll towards the Warriors. Ball in on that backside line as signified by Lisa Palmer. Walker on the serve. Walker to Gilly over the net. Set by McNeil and over by Grady. Ball inside the lines on the Nokomis side. Point will roll towards Gardiner.
I think back in like 5th, 6th grade, playing volleyball, but down on the court. Snake eyes. Your sister just pulled snake eyes on that one.
Indeed. For those of you who don't know, Emily Grady is my sister, so there's going to be some banter there towards her. But it's all fun. A little bit of sibling rivalry. Another point's going to roll the Gardiner way. 21-9. Allie Grosick coming in for Courtney Wheaton. Emily Grady on the serve for the Tigers. Ball deep back from Dauphinese. And over by Gilly. Point will roll towards the Warriors. Alyssa Freth coming in for Emily Grady. Paula Dauphinese now on the serve for Nokomis. Ball clears net. Alyssa Freth. Set over by McNeil. Ball over by Brown and Dauphinese. Set by McNeil over. Gilly and Brown on a very close play there by the net. McNeil went for the block and ended up rolling down her body down on the near side of the net. Dauphinese will serve yet again. Trailing by 10. 21-11. Ball clearing shallow net, dropping down just in front of Lizzie Gruber, who went to dig for that one. Came up just a little shallow.
Yeah, when you're 6'4", digging isn't very easy.
I wouldn't imagine. Gotta get that lower back pain and get down too low. Dauphinese again on the serve. Over by Gruber. Not quite back the way in the right direction. Ends up outside on this near side line. Paula Dauphinese now on a run for Nokomis. 21-13. Cutting the lead down to 8. Off Heath and Folsom. Ball rolling into our spectators.
It's not common to hear the word spectators, especially during COVID. So this is something new and it's something good.
It's great to have spectators finally in the building. Gets the players into a different mindset. It's not necessarily just them and the other team. They have people there for them as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're going to get a timeout yet again here. I think this one's going to come from the Gardiner side. And with that, we will take a short break. Your current score is 21-15. Gardiner in the lead by 6 points. We'll be right back after these short messages on Munzing Media.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
And we welcome you back to the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium for today's varsity volleyball matchup between the Nokomis Warriors and your Gardiner Tigers. I'm Evan Grady, joined here by Chris Wheeler, Calvin Mason running our game cam, and Rob Munzing running our production. Current score is 21-15. Gardiner currently leading by 7 points, 22-15. Yana Montel now on the serve for the Tigers. Walker putting the ball over, keeping Nokomis in this second set. Only trailing by 6 currently. Paula Dauphinese had quite the run there, kept Nokomis alive, brought them back from I'm not quite sure how many point deficit, but I know they were below 9 when they first started it. McNeil and Gruber putting the ball over. Off Dauphinese and back with an absolute rocket of a hit coming off Lizzie Gruber. 23-16. Emily Folsom on the serve for Gardner. Ball clearing net. Dauphinese set by Walker and over by Brown. Bertolini and McNeil. Frith putting the ball over. By Brown and almost a block by Gruber there. Couldn't quite get to it in time. Ball rolled on the Gardner side.
Take a look at that replay real quick on the Gardner side. You can see Lizzie get up there. Yeah, finds the back blocker and shoots for that area.
Put an absolute heater on it though while she was at it.
Yeah. I mean, Lizzie can put heat behind those because, big wingspan. You can, bring your arm around a lot faster.
Get the windmill running. Brown with the serve. Off Frith, who went for the dig there, ended up rolling off onto this near side line. 23-19. Only trailing by 4. Nokomis definitely still in this one. Brown, glancing net. Up by Gruber. McNeil putting the ball up into the rafters a little bit faster than she intended. It came down with quite some speed.
You can see the laugh coming off of her face and Coach McNeil's. He couldn't clap harder on that one.
Brown with the serve, over by Gruber. Gilly and Walker put over by Dauphinese into a gap. From Heath, up by Brown and set by Walker. Brown putting the ball center. Bertolini with a dig. Off the net. McNeil couldn't quite get arms on that one and get it over. 23-21. Nokomis only trailing by 2. Definitely still in this second set. Brown putting the ball over and set by McNeil. Gruber. Up by Grozick. And out. Out on that far side line on the Gardner end. Point will roll to them. 24-21. We're going to get a set point for Gardner here. Emily Grady coming in for Alyssa Fritt. Daisy McNeil will serve in this set point here. Ball glancing net. Grozick and Brown. Bertolini and set by McNeil. Gruber putting the ball over and in. Right in between two of the Nokomis players. Gruber is getting notorious for putting those balls in a gap, especially in that back right corner. Gardner taking that set 25-21. But you got to admit, Nokomis came back hard in that second set.
I mean,
there.
they were down by at least 15.
16, I believe, before they came
15,
into it.
16, yeah. I mean, they're warriors, so they came for war, and they're giving Gardner a run for the money. That's for sure.
Indeed.
Take a look at that set point real quick right here. You can see Bertolini, McNeil pushes it forward. Lizzie reads that. Once again, that back right corner. She's going to put it there almost every single time with a different speed and a different spin on it.
McNeil being Gardner's setter, she's putting that ball for her players. She's setting it up every single time she's getting her hands on that ball. I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems to be almost consistent. Another player, McNeil, Gruber for the finish to put that ball over.
Yeah, and they go McNeil, Heath, McNeil, Grady. But the name you're going to hear the most is going to be Gruber, and that's nothing on skill thing. It's on height. So I want to thank wow, just had a little bit of a tongue twister. want to give a big thanks to our sponsors and fans for a tremendous winter season. We streamed over 80 games just this winter, and that's over 100 games total, and that's the most games that Muncie Media has done in a season, let alone a year. So we want to thank all of our sponsors, all the fans that donated, everybody that, watched, viewed, everybody that did part of Muncie Media. We want to thank you, because we couldn't have done it without you guys.
And we'll get right into this third set here. Slightly different starters, I think, in this third set here. We have on the Gardiner side, McNeil, Gruber, Folsom, Montel, Heath, and Grady. And on the Nokomis side, we have Walker, Grozick, both the Dauphin Gilly, and Brown.
Yeah, I just want to make a quick little note real quick. I found Miss Kramer. She's sitting down. She's sitting down here with Miss Gruber and Carrie Gruber and the whole Gruber family. So I'm thinking, I think she might be a guest or
spectator today.
Lizzie's aunt.
Most likely, she'll probably be considered Aunt Kramer today. And we're going to start off this third set with a point for Nokomis. Abby Brown continuing this serve. With an absolute rocket to the back left corner, ended up coming off Yana Montel outside. Brown starting this run of 3. Ball clearing net, and an ace. Dropping down, centered in a gap.
Yeah, the names you're seeing scrolling down below are not just Gardiner names, but Halldale names and everybody else that's donated as well.
All right, and the point's going to roll towards Gardiner on that one. Ball dropping down.
Same goes with the posters.
Indeed. Our senior posters on the back wall there. Not quite holding up to the test of time, and by time I mean less than 25 minutes. Dauphin ace. And Grozick putting the ball over. Off Montel and set by McNeil. Grady. Grozick and Dauphin ace putting the ball over. McNeil and Gruber for an attempted finish there.
That was a powerful, powerful swing of the arm.
Set by McNeil. And off Grady, a little bit too far back on that back line. Nancy Dauphin ace now serving for the Warriors. Nokomis leading by 3, 4-1. Grady putting the ball, Gruber putting the ball over, excuse me. Gardiner cutting into the lead. 4-2. McNeil clearing net. Off Gillian Brown and into the net by Walker. Ball dropping centered there. Point will roll the Gardiner way. And McNeil will serve for the Tigers.
Just want to give a big shout out to Maitland Hallett. He's watching all the way down in Florida. He wants to congratulate all 3 seniors on a job well done and a spectacular in-between season.
It's always good to hear from Coach Hallett. Started this volleyball program. Pass the mantle or torch, you might say, on to Tiffany Grover.
And she's done a fantastic job.
Heath with the dig, tapped by Grady. McNeil not quite able to put that ball back up and over. Nokomis leading by 3. Wheaton clearing the net. Set by McNeil and over by Heath. From Brown and Walker, put over by Gilly. Set by McNeil and put over by Gruber. Walker to Brown. Off Folsom and Montel. McNeil not quite clearing net. Ended up going a little bit left with that ball. Whedon on a run. Ball off Heath and back the wrong direction for Gardiner. Past that back line. Keeping this run going for Nokomis. Nokomis definitely coming in with a different energy this set compared to the last. Off Wheaton and Dauphinais. Grady. Up by McNeil. And in. Gruber putting the ball in this back left corner, switching things up a little bit.
I think she called her shot, actually.
Did she?
She came out and said back left.
Got to give credit where it's due. 8-4. Gardiner still trailing by 4 points. Gruber on the serve. Off Brown. And Gilly. Brown putting the ball over and back. It would have been a little bit far back. Gruber ended up making contact with that ball. Alyssa Frith now coming in for Lizzie Gruber. And Melissa Walker serving for the Warriors. Dug by Frith. Off Heath and down outside. 10-4. Nokomis leading by 6 points here in this third set. Ball centered off Grady and Heath. Clearing net. Gilly and Brown. Over by Dauphinais. Up by McNeil. And Heath over the net. Gilly putting the ball over. Set by Gilly and Brown clearing net. And out the back line on the Gardiner side. Point's going to roll towards Gardiner. Emily Grady now serving for the Tigers.
Yeah, this is a good thing right here. You can, if you see this from home, this is a very well evenly matched match here.
McNeil up and then off herself. Ball rolled down. Point's going to roll towards the Nokomis side. Paula Dauphinais serving for the Warriors. Leading by 6. Ball clearing center. Montel putting the ball over and down into a gap on the Nokomis side. Point will roll towards the Warriors. Or Gardiner, excuse me. Rihanna Heath now on the serve for the Tigers. Off Wheaton and Dauphinais. And the third hit by the other Dauphinais did not quite clear the net. Dropping down in the back right corner on the Nokomis side. Point will roll towards the Tigers, and Heath will serve again. Cutting the lead down to only 4. Heath clearing the net off of Wheaton and Dauphinais, down underneath. Ball's going to roll back towards the Tigers. Heath starting this run. Ball cleared centered. Off Dauphinais and Gilly. And Walker putting it over. Heath bringing the ball high and set by McNeil. And called in. Point will roll towards Gardiner. Gardiner trimming this lead down to 2 points. Heath clearing the net shallow. Off Walker and Brown. Brown went into the net where Montel and McNeil both went up to block there. Only 1 point remaining in this lead. Wheaton putting the ball up, ended up going off the divider and the speaker and back down. little bit of a home court advantage here on the Gardiner side. If you're unfamiliar.
Not many high schools have a drop ceiling like that.
If you're unfamiliar, we have a low-rise ceiling where we have quite a few things in our way. We have a couple vents along with backboards and
Have Calvin
speakers
take a
and
check at it.
lights.
You guys can get a look at it at home.
As
Drop
well
ceiling
as
there.
I-beams. There's a whole bunch of things in the way, but as long as the ball comes down in play, the ball is still in play. Going to get a net violation there. Both teams tied up. Gardiner finally in the lead, or bringing back to a tie, I should say.
Clawed their way back.
12-12. Mia Gilly serving for Nokomis. Off Grady and Montel, put over by Grozick. Down between quite a few Gardiner players. Ball's going to roll back to the Warriors side, and Gilly will serve again. Ball clearing net. Folsom. Great dig there by Dauphinese. Folsom putting the ball over. Off Paula Dauphinese and down. Kill there for Gardiner, and the point will roll their way. Montel now serving for the Tigers. And Lizzie Gruber coming in for Alyssa Frith. Montel with the serve. Up by Brown and Dauphinese. The other Dauphinese putting the ball over. Folsom putting the ball a little bit too far back there. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but there's been quite a lot of powerful hits today going off that back line.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even then, just not much else to say about it. I mean, there's a lot of power behind the hits that are being given.
Brown serving into the net. All tied up once again. Both teams neck and neck halfway through this third set. Emily Folsom on the serve. Up by Brown and over by Grozick. From McNeil and over by Gruber. Dauphinese putting the ball up. A little bit of a miss set there by McNeil. Ball rolling down. Point rolling towards the Warriors. Nancy Dauphinese on the serve. Leading by 1. Ball ends up into the net, keeping the teams tied once again. Daisy McNeil now on the serve for Gardiner. Ball short, into the net, and down. Looks like Wheaton's coming back in for Ali Grozick.
Yeah, and Wheaton earlier had she was serving really well.
Indeed, she had quite the run in the start of this first set, I believe.
Yeah.
This third set, excuse me.
They're starting to blend together at this point.
Grady putting the ball over. Wheaton and Dauphinese. Off Gilly, behind the back over. McNeil and Gruber. Wheaton putting the ball back. I assume that front line on the Nokomis side was just thinking that ball was going to clear. Didn't quite have the power to. Gruber went up to block nonetheless. 16-16, both teams tied still. Yana Montel coming in for Cassie Bertolini. And Gruber now serving. Up from Dauphinese and Walker. Brown putting the ball over. Gruber up. Set by McNeil. Grady putting the ball centered. And down off Dauphinese for a kill. Gardiner now finally taking the lead. 17-16. Coming towards the end of this third set. Gruber on the serve again. Ball centered and down. Great dig by Melissa Walker. Didn't quite get there in time. Ball was shy just in front of her. And Gruber now starting a run. Gardner now leading by 2. Ball centered from Dauphinais and Gilly, and Brown putting the ball over. And McNeil putting the ball over. She seemed a little bit unsure as if that one was going to come down on her side or not. Luckily, ball dropped down opposite to her, the other side of the net. Gruber again on the serve. High from Walker. And put into a gap by Montel. Nokomis a little bit unprepared there, where the ball came high off the ceiling. And Nokomis will take a timeout in an attempt to freeze Lizzie Gruber. And we will take a short break. 20-16 is your score in this third set. Gardner leading 2-0. And we will be right back after a few short messages on Munzing Media after this.
Coaches and athletes know that teamwork is the key to success. At the Gosline Insurance Group, our team is comprised of knowledgeable, enthusiastic, and dedicated agency personnel who are committed to keeping our clients informed and protected. Featuring 9 agencies throughout the area, the Gosline Insurance Group is the largest locally owned independent agency group in Central Maine. As a trusted choice agent, we are dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person and not as a policy. This commitment means we will work for you and not the insurance company. So call us today and let our team put you on the path to success.
And we're back on Munzing Media. Again, they started up just a little bit before we could get our ads through all the way. Luckily, no points were missed. Gruber just served for Gardner, and Grady put the ball over the net, giving Gardner this point. 21-16. Gardner now leading by 5. Gruber keeping this run alive. Allie Grosick coming in for Courtney Wheaton on the Nokomis side. Gruber putting the ball over. Up by Dauphinais. From Walker into the net. And Gilly on the third hit didn't quite clear net. Ball dropping into the stands over on this near side. Gruber still serving. Ball over from Grosick. Off the speaker and back directly down the same way it went back up. This low ceiling can
cause some problems.
It can indeed. And it often does. Gruber with the serve. With an ace. That ace right there will put Gardner 2-set point in this third set, which ends up being match point for Gardner. Nokomis needing a stop here to keep themselves alive. Gruber putting the ball over. Up from Grosick and Walker. 25-16 in this third set. Gardner taking this game 3-0. A beautiful finish to the Gardner volleyball season.
All right, I think I don't know what's going on here, but
a little bit of celebration going there on the Gardner side. 25-16, the final score of your third set of Gardner volleyball, especially in this third set, this last one of the match. Gardner taking the win. It's their second win against Nokomis. Great finish to the Gardner season.
Yeah, it definitely was a great season. We saw so much improvement over the last 4 weeks that we've had. 4 weeks, 1 game a week, and the amount of improvement from Juliana Montel's from her line violations and those as such. We haven't heard any of that called probably since that first game.
Indeed.
Take a look right here at match point.
Ball ends up coming off the speakers up at the top there. And Melissa Walker tries to get to it and put it over.
He drills it right into the net.
Great effort by both teams. Great effort by Nokomis. And again, thank you to all the Nokomis fans who are watching tonight.
Got one last little quick thing, like we did in the JV game. Okay. So we are going to take a quick Caps's Pizza break. Let us know what's going on. And we will be right back to announce the Caps's Pizza Awards of a sense.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Caps's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Caps's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsuspizza.com.
We welcome you back to the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium for our Caps's Pizza Player of the Game. You just saw our ad from Caps's Pizza. The Caps's Pizza Player of the Game is going to be taking a one free medium, one-topping pizza from Caps's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can find them over on Main Ave. Thankfully, today we're doing a coach's award, but I believe for this varsity game we did something a little bit different. Normally we only give out one award, but today I think we'll change things up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All three of our seniors have had a great season. They have had a wonderful game today.
Had a wonderful 4 years here at Gardiner.
Amazing, wonderful 4 years. So today our Caps's Pizza Player of the Game goes to our senior class.
Cassie Bertolini, Alyssa Frith, and Rihanna Heath.
All three of them will be receiving a Caps's Pizza Player of the Game award, which will get them the one free pizza, as we have mentioned. And other than that, that's really about all we have for tonight. It has been a great season here. It's in-between season for volleyball here on Munzing Media. We're not quite sure what we're doing for spring sports yet, but we'll get that schedule out to you as we see it. Just take a quick check on Munzing Media on Facebook. You can catch us on Twitter, Boxcast, YouTube, Facebook, as well as, there's one more I can't seem to get. Our website, munzingmediasports.com. Feel free to make donations if you would like. We have our donations on our website at munzingmediasports.com. And if you're not quite the online type of person, you can always send checks or cash to our Munzing Media headquarters over at 23 Pope Street in Gardiner, Maine, 04345.
Well, that's going to wrap it up here from the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium.
Other than that, thank you all for watching, and we will catch you next spring. Have a good night.